Hi everyone, welcome into this week's My Weekly CBS Fix. This week's video is dedicated as a refuah shlema for my uncle, who is the Cleveland Rebbe. He is Rabbi Isaacson's sister's husband. He should have a complete refuah as soon as possible. Thank you, Hashem, for listening. In this week's Parshas Yisro, we are introduced again to Moshe's father-in-law, whose name was Yisro, who heard everything that happened to the Jewish people, and he came to convert. He wanted to join the Jewish people. What did he hear? He heard about the splitting of the sea. He heard how Amalek attacked. And the question is that the verse pointed out in last week's parsha that all the nations of the world, they all heard. So why was it that Yisro heard and actually got the message, but everybody heard and they didn't get the message? And one of the answers, of course, is that you hear what you want to hear. Some people hear something and some people listen. They hear something and they actually want to take action based on what they hear. Everybody has a different angle based on their own personal agendas that they may have. And Yisro is pretty obvious right in front of him. This was obviously the God of the Jewish people, and the Jewish people were his people, and he was obviously the mightiest God, so therefore he wanted to come. But I believe there's also another added element that Yisro heard, and therefore he came to join the Jewish people. And that was what he had going for him, is that even though he was an idol worshiper his whole life, but he went through different idol worships. He was always searching. He was always looking. He knew there had to be meaning. And he just couldn't find the right one. It wasn't that he was stuck in his own world and he wanted to live the type of life that he wanted to live. He was always a man, always searching. And so therefore, when he finally got it and he heard it, boom, he came. It was instant. Whereas everybody else, they hear something new the first time. Well, I don't know. It's possible. It sounds interesting. It's cute. There's some interesting things about it, but maybe there's other nations, or maybe there's other things. Maybe it's just a figment of my imagination. Many other excuses that people have. If you want to know the truth, Hashem will lead you. And the way a man chooses to go, he or she is led. And so therefore, we have to know which way. What do we want to hear messages? Do we want to listen? Now, obviously, some of you that are actually taking the time to watch this video, you certainly do want to listen. But the question is, what do you want to do? Do you want to go further? Do you want to take it? Or are these just enlightening and they're just intellectually stimulating, but they're not necessarily going to take you to the next step in which you're actually keeping Shabbos, when you're actually honoring your father and your mother, or when you're actually eating only kosher food? So you have to ask yourself, okay, I'm hearing. Why am I hearing? What am I doing? Let me assess my own situation. When we do that, Hashem will accept us with open arms the same way he did Yisro, who was not Jewish. Certainly Jewish, not Jewish. The Torah is open to anybody who wants to hear. But you have to hear, you have to listen, and then you have to act the same way Yisro did. So get busy, do what you got to do, and come back to Hashem. He's waiting for you. Have a great Shabbos.